So could everyone please find your seats as we prepare to begin?
Yes.
Thank you.
Change it to one. Yes, let's go. No. Let me make sure. Yes, got it. Got it. Okay.
Okay, just waiting for the last few people to grab their seats and we can begin.
Good afternoon to everyone. A pleasant good afternoon to everyone. I am Myrta Fontenelle. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the second annual General Assembly of the TaiLucian Association. We are honored to have with us today the esteemed Ambassador of the Embassy of St. Lucia in Taiwan, His Excellency Dr. Robert K. Lewis, his wife, Mrs. Brenda Lewis, Executive Assistant to the Ambassador, Ms. Adriana Shu, along with the dedicated TaiLucian executive members, our new and existing student body, and all other valued St. Lucians. Your presence here today is a testament to the strength and unity of our community. As we gather for this annual meeting, we reflect on the mission of our association to provide a strong, resourceful, and well-connected network for the St. Lucian community in Taiwan by advocating for the cultural and social identity of St. Lucians. This meeting is not just a formality. It is an opportunity for us to connect, share our experiences, and set our sights on the future. Looking back on the past year, we are proud to say that we have made strides in improving the experiences of St. Lucian students in Taiwan. We have faced challenges, but together we have overcome them, proving that our community is resilient and resourceful. We extend our deepest gratitude to the former executive members for their hard work and dedication. I would like to take a moment to extend a warm welcome to our new and incoming students. We are thrilled to have you join our family and encourage you to engage actively in our activities and initiatives. Your fresh perspectives and enthusiasm will undoubtedly enrich our association. As we look ahead, we have exciting plans for the upcoming year. We aim to strengthen our in-reach, enhance our support systems, and create more opportunities for cultural exchange. I invite each of you to contribute your ideas and get involved. Together, we can make a meaningful impact on the experiences of St. Lucians here in Taiwan. On behalf of the executive, I express our heartfelt gratitude for each of you for being here today. Your commitment to our association is invaluable. At this time, I invite Sion Lewis to do for us our national anthem and pledge, followed by Mrs. Lewis with the opening prayer. Please stand. Sons and daughters of St. Lucia, love the land that gave us birth.
pledge allegiance to my country, St. Lucia. I proclaim that I will serve my country with pride and dignity, and will defend it with vigor and valor in the pursuit of excellence, justice, and equality for all.
Mrs. Brenda Lewis will do our prayer now. Please remain standing. Let's bow our heads for prayer. Father in heaven, we want to thank you for your love and your mercy. We want to thank you for your grace and your faithfulness towards us. As we come to you today, we ask for your forgiveness wherever we have fallen short of your will. We pray, Father, that as we gather here for this special meeting, that your presence would be felt with us, that you would give us understanding, you would give us courage to continue to do what is right as it relates to being here as a member of TaiLucian and also for our country to represent it. We pray, Heavenly Father, that the proceedings here may go according to your will. May everything that is done be done to your name's honor and glory. We pray for your blessings upon each St. Lucian here and also those who are not able to make it, Lord. We ask that you would bless them and keep them wherever they are. May you continue to be with the team here today, that they may lead out in the way that you would like them to, and let everything that they do be in accordance with your will. We ask all of these through your dear Son's name, Jesus Christ. With thanksgiving we pray.
Amen.
Please be seated. Sorry.
I'd like to adopt the protocol already established. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
It's great to see you all here, looking sharp and clean. My name is Tyrus Alexander. I am the Creative Director of the 2024-2025 TaiLucian Executive Board. And before we commence today's annual General Assembly, we will engage in an icebreaker activity. Upon arrival, you were all given a sticky note and instructed to write your name and place it on the chat above. This was actually the first step of the icebreaker activity. Now moving on to the following step, which is the selection phase. I would like each and every one of you to come to the front and select one sticky note. However, you are not allowed to select your name or your friend. If you have not written your name as yet, then please, this is the opportunity to write your name. So Ms. Lewis is passing around the sticky notes, and let me just explain the rules. The name which is in your possession, you must then find the individual and hand them the sticky note. Before returning to your seat, you must receive your name. Therefore, you must then find the individual who has your name in their possession, and then you will return to your seat. Understood? So just a brief summary.
You want to do
Come to the front.
a run through?
You select a sticky note, which is not yours, right? The name in your possession. You must then find the individual and hand them the sticky note. Before returning to your seats, you must receive your sticky note from another member of the association. Rules clear?
Yes.
You ready? You may please stand and select. One second.
Okay, go ahead, proceed. Go take a name.
Please, random.
So yes, guys, spread out before you start finding your people. And don't just say, is this your name? Interact with the person, ask them their favorite color, what school they go to, any of the above. Walk around, ask the person questions, speak to a few people before you find the person who you have there speaking up. Does everyone have a paper? Does everyone have a sticky note?
Chinese name then.
Has everyone gotten their original sticky note back? Anyone has not received their name as yet? Okay.
to meet someone new. I believe it's very important to get to know your fellow St. Lucians here in Taiwan. And yeah, now all the cheaters, all the news are out, and we now commence today's assembly. I now invite Your Excellency, the Ambassador of St. Lucia to the Republic of China, Taiwan, Honorable Dr. Robert Lewis, to address us with his opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Alexander. Let me recognize the Executive of TaiLucian for the year 2024-2025 and tell you all you really look good in your blazers.
Thank you.
You're very distinguished, and that's good. Let me also welcome the newest students, that is to Taiwan, except Cuba, because Cuba is nothing like Taiwan. But seriously, let me welcome everybody, and the returning students, whoever is here. And if we're online?
Yes, you're live.
We're online, we are welcoming all St. Lucians who are listening or viewing this program or this function at the moment. We also want to welcome two persons who are not students here, but they are in Taiwan for the next 4 weeks. And that's Mrs. Kirin Snack Hippolyte, Snack Hippolyte. And Mr. Christian Tanner. They are here, they heard St. Lucians have a function, and they made it a business to be here.
That's right.
And that's what true St. Lucian spirit is. I'll tell you a message to everybody else who's not here. But let me just congratulate all of you, especially the students who have just come. Because St. Lucia is a country that is known for its hospitality. We will not be the #1 destination for honeymoons if our people did not show that particular trait that we are very hospitable people. And whenever St. Lucians meet, they will make you feel comfortable. So let us continue to be ambassadors for St. Lucia wherever we go, and especially those of us who are here in Taiwan. I want to congratulate the last two executives of TaiLucian. When I came as ambassador, I know that the St. Lucia Association in Taiwan was a bit defunct. It had its roots. They had a very vibrant association here, but it had fallen away for some reason. But I must say, under the leadership of the group for 2023-2024, and a few names that I remember from that group would be Centane Joseph, Keisha Felix, a number of them, they really began pushing the association and society as if to say, I'm involved also.
Yeah,
2022-23,
yeah.
my apologies. Yes, it's 2022-23. But I really want to thank them first for rekindling that St. Lucian Association. And there are a lot of those who are here who were part of it also. They didn't really care what others thought, but they knew that St. Lucia needed a strong association here in Taiwan. So I really want to thank that group. But I also want to thank the next year group, which is 2023-2024. And of course, if I begin the age with Roxanne, of course, is always going to, well, we may have looked on ice, people shaking it. I am speaking about what I know. Roxanne, people like Bartholomew, Miss Rock, a number of them, and Brianna, they worked extremely hard to continue the work that was started the year before. So I really want to congratulate them. One of the things you must do as a young professional, you may have differences with people. You are never going to be in accord with everybody. If that were possible, then there will be no problems in the world. You see the Ukraine and Russian issue? That will happen. You see what's happening in St. Lucia? That will not happen. Never let your politics, your religion get in between your friendships. When you need somebody to run to you, it will be a solution you will need. You may not necessarily like that person. And when I say like, we don't have to like everybody. It's not everybody you come across that you will like. But you have to work with everybody to the best of your ability. And that's what a professional is. The persons who have succeeded in life are those who can bring together different groups of people. And so that's why I'm congratulating all the members of the executive from 2022, 2023, 2023, 2024, and now this new executive, because it's because of your work that all of us can be here. The government of St. Lucia cannot bring you together. The government of St. Lucia can only facilitate your coming together. And when you come together, you become a very strong force. So just remember, the stronger you get together, the better it is for St. Lucia. And for those who are listening online, it's important to register or to make yourself available at functions of TaiLucian. That is your community. Because when something happens, and I can tell you of stories, there are too many, and as a former teacher, I know. I used to go to homes to get boys from St. Mary's College who did come to school. So I know what those of us who taught, or those of us who teach know what it is to go to the homes and to find the children. Same thing. I implore each of you, reach out to somebody you know who's St. Lucian here in Taiwan and invite them to functions. Because when something happens, we are all our brothers' people. So let me say to you that keep the values that you have grown up with as St. Lucians. Your parents have instilled the values in you. You are growing up to be young professionals who are going to serve St. Lucia in your midst, our prime ministers, our governors general. Sorry, not former, yes, future governors general, the leaders of St. Lucia. You are. I'm not always going to be standing there. Somebody is going to be ambassador at some point, maybe 2 years from now. It could be any of you. Never tell yourself that you are not going to. If you do that, you're telling St. Lucia, I was not ready to accept the scholarship. You know, 35 years ago, I took a scholarship to the United States as a student. I never told myself that one day I was a teacher. And teachers always know that they're going to do a lot of things. Teachers are natural leaders. There's no. If you want to know about yourself, teach. The more you teach, the more you get to know yourself, and the more you get to know things. So when you see the math teachers there on the board, it's because they taught it so many times, they know it. Anything you want to get good at, you have to
practice.
My admonition to you is to help yourself grow, become the professionals, get involved. TaiLucian will be asking you to do things, get involved. The more we are involved, the better we become. Right now, schools in the United States really don't want students who are just academically oriented. They want students who can give them a CV with a lot of participation. I played volleyball, I was part of the student movement. Organizations don't want to know that you're bright. What can you bring to the organization? They want to know that you have been involved. And a company in St. Lucia, if you're looking for a job, we'll ask you the questions, what have you done for your community? Some of you are going to go into politics, whether you think about it or not. You may not necessarily be the politician, the one standing to be the candidate. And each of you have to know that these are things that are important to your country, St. Lucia. But you'll be the backbone of maybe a group. You have to show your leadership. And the way you do it is to hone your skills while you are here in Taiwan as young professionals. And I've said enough to you, but I really want to tell you, keep the values your parents have given to you. I'm not going to be a parent to say what you ought to do, but Those of you, your parents raised you in church, be true to yourself. Go to the church service. You're Roman Catholic, find a Roman Catholic church. You are Seventh-day Adventist, find a Seventh-day Adventist church. You are Pentecostal, find one. Keep your faith. These are important in our lives. Don't get lost in Taiwan. And I just want to wish all of you a very successful academic year, 2024-2025. And if you put to your heads together with the executive of TaiLucian, I know you will achieve great things. Last year we had one of the most interesting functions TaiLucian helped us, the embassy, do last year. 2 functions really. In February, well, first of all, October last year we had Jeune Creole, and we had Jeune Creole in October 2023, and it was even better than 2022. But that doesn't mean 2022 wasn't great. But each year gets better, so I expect it to be even better this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I expect it to be bigger, but I'm sure we had over 100 simulations
Yes.
of the function.
Yes.
And I look forward to seeing all of you. I think it will be Shanghai.
Yes.
Shanghai, and there will be transportation, so nobody has an excuse for not coming unless you are sick. And the second function, I was very proud of young Lucians. Everybody didn't get involved because we could not go to every school. But you know, we had Okuba bypass Daniel. We had people carrying the baton relay. That was really an excellent job, like all the St. Lucian students were. So we wanted to be, if the ministry continues it, that the ministry of, I think it's Home Affairs, not Home Affairs, I think the ministry of local government, if they continue it, that's under Honorable Richard Frederick. If they continue it, we will take part in the battle relay. And if you want to be part of that, please inform us early. It's good to see people take part. And I must say, Ms. Rock, you did a fantastic job with that camera. And also, Lucilla, yeah. Where's Leonard, by the way?
He's not here.
Leonard is really a motivator. But I really want to thank everybody, and I wish you well. And TaiLucian, I want to wish you all success, and you have my commitment to assist you in whichever way I can. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, so now we will now invite our past secretary to give us some remarks on behalf of the past executive. Welcome, Ms. Bowden.
Thank you, Vice President North, Kiara. Good afternoon, St. Lucians.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to take this time to recognize our ambassador, our secretary, the executive board, new and continuing students, and any other guests of the St. Lucian family. As I stand before you today, I do so with a mix of emotions: gratitude, pride, and a deep sense of optimism for the future of our association. Serving as your secretary has been an immense privilege, and I'm honored to have worked alongside such a dedicated and passionate team on the executive board. Together, we have navigated challenges, celebrated successes, and remained committed to the growth and development of our association. Looking back, I am proud of what we have achieved. Our collective efforts have strengthened the foundation of this association, enabling us to expand our reach, improve our services, and foster a more inclusive and engaged community. These accomplishments are not just the result of the executive board's work, but of every member's commitment and contribution. For that, I am deeply grateful. I want to take a moment to specifically acknowledge the different roles within our executive board that have made our success possible. To our former president, Brianna, whose leadership and vision have guided us through every decision. To our vice president, Kiana, who ensured that our initiatives were executed with precision and care. To our former treasurer, who is not here with us today, Charissa, who meticulously managed our finances and ensured the sustainability of our projects. To our former PROs, Drusilla and Miss Lucia over here, who were our backbones within the executive board. To our former CD, Janelle, who ensured that the setup of every venue was both beautiful and practical. And to all other members of the board, whether you were handling communications, organizing events, or providing support behind the scenes, your hard work and dedication have been the backbone of our achievements. As we step down, it is with great confidence that we pass the torch to the incoming executive board. This new team brings fresh perspectives, energy, and a clear vision for the future. I am certain they will continue to build on the progress we've made and guide this association to even greater heights. I encourage all of you to support them as you have supported us, with the same enthusiasm and dedication. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt thanks to each of you for your trust, collaboration, and friendship during my tenure. This journey has been a rewarding one, and I leave this position with fond memories and a strong belief in the bright future ahead of our association. Thank you, and here's to the continued success of our shared mission. Thank you, Lucians.
You want me to talk to you? Yeah.
Okay, as a token of our appreciation for the former executive, we'd like to present Ms. Darling with a certificate.
So hi guys. So we're just going to do a full introduction of our executive. So firstly, we have our president, Mr. Cousin Hubert. Then we have Vice President North, which is me. Then we have Ms. Lucia Joseph, Vice President South. Ms. Tyler Lewis, Secretary. Ms. Joy Sandiford, Assistant Secretary. Ms. Mirza Fontenelle, PRO. Ms. Danielle Charles, Assistant PRO. Ms. Brianna DeTilville, Treasurer. Ms. Linnell Alphonse Sherry, Ms. Assistant Treasurer. Mr. Tyrese Alexander, Creative Director. And he's not here today, but Mr. Nathan Fedge, Assistant Creative Director. Ms. Gisela Gittins, designer, and Ms. Shania Elise, assistant designer. Yes, so this is our executive, and we hope to serve you very well this upcoming year. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Please permit me to adopt the protocol that is ready and established. I would like to first off start off by giving special thanks to Mistress Lois. Reason for that is when someone believes in you, it leaves a mark, and it's because of her that I applied for this position. And I was elected as president. Right. So as we gather for this annual meeting, we reflect on our mission of our association to provide a strong, responsible, and well-connected network for TaiLucians, right, or the TaiLucian community in Taiwan, by advocating for culture and social identity for TaiLucians. This meeting is not just familiarity, but it's an opportunity for us to connect, share our experiences, right, and set our sights for the future. Looking back on the past year, we are proud to say that we have made strides in improving the excellence of solutions here in Taiwan. We have faced challenges, but together, we can overcome them, improving our community. That's all right. All right. Sorry, my bad. All right. As we overcome them, providing that our community is resilient and resourceful, we have extended our deepest gratitude to them. No, okay, sorry, I think this is the wrong speech. Right. Of the former executive members for their hard work, I would like to take a moment to extend a warm welcome to our new incoming students. We have thrived to have you to join our families and engage you actively in our activities and innovations. With fresh perspectives and enthusiasm will be undoubtedly enriched in our association. As we look forward, we have exciting plans for the upcoming year. We aim to strengthen our in-reach, enhance our support systems, and create opportunities for cultural exchange. I invite each and every one of you to contribute in your ideas and get involved, as together we can make a meaningful impact on the experiences of solutions here in Taiwan. On behalf of the executive, I express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for being here today. Your commitment to our association is invariable. At this time, I invite, all right, thank you.
Okay, so we will now have the reading of our amended constitution.
Okay, so the organization name. The name of the organization shall be Association of TaiLucians in Taiwan, TaiLucian, hereafter the association. Motto. The motto of the association is Education, Culture, and Unity. Mission statement. The mission statement of the association is to provide a strong, resourceful, and well-connected network for the TaiLucian community in Taiwan. This is done through advocating for the cultural and social identity of the TaiLucians. Goals and objectives. The goals and objectives of the association are to help address the concerns of TaiLucians and express, rectify, or ameliorate improved issues affecting their lives in Taiwan. to provide peer support and disseminate information to St. Lucians living in Taiwan, to provide a link between St. Lucians in Taiwan and the Embassy of St. Lucia in Taiwan, and further the government of St. Lucia, to relay information, if any, to nationals in search of job opportunities and internships in Taiwan and St. Lucia, to promote St. Lucian businesses in Taiwan, and to collaborate and network with other social, cultural, and foreign organizations. Emergency Fund. Emergency Fund Guidelines. The purpose of this fund is to provide emergency monetary assistance to paying association members, including but not limited to medical issues and school-related fees. Association members who are willing to contribute extra to this fund are welcome to do so upon request. A percentage of any external donation should be allocated to the emergency fund. A percentage of all membership fees should be allocated to the emergency fund. A percentage of all fundraisers should be allocated to the emergency fund. A standard donation of 1,000 NTD will be made to the requester, not exceeding a limit of 5,000 NTD. The Executive Board shall provide records of the emergency fund used in the end-of-year financial reports. However, the names of aided members must be kept confidential. All assisted association members must be presented with a formal written contract. Failure to adhere to the agreed-upon contract will result in immediate revocation of association membership until an executive board hearing is called to finalize and the matter is settled. Application procedure. Association members in need of monetary assistance shall provide a written request for monetary aid from the association to the executive board.
Review procedure. The executive board shall convene as soon as possible to consider the request for the emergency fund. The executive board shall schedule a meeting to discuss the situation with the applicant. Approval by the executive board will be based on the association's financial status and the nature of the request. Approval of procedure. If the application is approved, the applicant must be notified and presented with a formal written contract for his or her viewing. The applicant must be given a time period to review the details of the contract. The executive board shall schedule a meeting with the applicant for an official reading of the contract. The applicant may request amendments to the contract at this meeting. The executive board shall consider the amendments and liaise with the applicant to settle on a decision. The decision of the executive board is final. The applicant is free to withdraw the request for financial assistance. The applicant shall adhere to and sign the formal contract written by the executive board. The signed contract must be sent to the executive board before funds can be released to the applicant. One copy must be in the possession of the applicant, and the other copy must be in possession of the executive board. Any false reports or unfounded sorry about that. I think I'm reading the wrong document now. Thank you.
Denial procedure. The executive board reserves the right to deny any application. If the application is denied, the applicant must be notified. The applicant is free to reapply for financial assistance at a later date. replenishment of the emergency fund procedure. The executive board shall consider the application. If the applicant is denied, the applicant is free to reapply for financial assistance at a later date. Replenishment of the emergency fund procedure. The executive board shall consider the application. If the applicant is denied, the applicant is free to reapply for financial assistance at a later date. Repayment percentage by the association member will be determined by the executive board based on the financial status of the association and the nature of the request. Repayment period will be determined by the executive board based on the financial status of the association and the nature of the request. Dissolution. If the ties between St. Lucia and Taiwan are severed, the members of the association should convene a meeting to vote in favor of the continuation or dissolution of the association. In the event of the association being dissolved, a meeting of the executive shall be called to settle the accounts of the association. 80% of monies remaining shall be donated to charity, and 20% to association members according to the specific needs and as the immediate previous executive board sees fit. A charity will be chosen by a majority vote among association members. This transaction must be made public. Equipment remaining shall be donated to a respectable charity in St. Lucia focusing on education. Adoption of the Constitution. The Constitution was approved and accepted by members of the Association of St. Lucians in Taiwan, TaiLucian, at the Second General Assembly held on 15th September 2024.
We send it to them already.
Code of Conduct. The association shall produce and review annually codes of conduct for members. Members of the association are bound by the codes of conduct issued, and non-compliance will be treated as deemed necessary by the executive board. As the Association of St. Lucians in Taiwan, we value the contributions and diverse perspectives of all our members. To foster a supportive and inclusive environment, we have established this code of conduct that outlines the behavior we expect from our members. This code of conduct applies to each member of the Association of St. Lucians in Taiwan. Failure to comply with these policies would result in disciplinary actions that may include termination of membership. By agreeing to be a member of this association is an agreement to follow the policies mentioned in the code of conduct. This code may be updated as needed to reflect the evolving needs of the association. Equal opportunity. Any nationality is allowed to be a member. However, if an individual disrespects the St. Lucian culture in any way, whether verbally or through actions, there will be a warning given. After one warning, a meeting will be held where the executive board will take a vote on whether or not this individual should leave the association. Human rights violation, harassment, discrimination, and bullying are prohibited in any form, whether verbally, physically, or visually. If members are caught, they will be given one warning. A repeat offense will result in immediate membership termination. Physical assault is strictly prohibited. Any member found guilty of such behavior will have their membership immediately terminated and be reported to the local authorities. Sexual harassment and/or assault will not be tolerated under any circumstances. Any allegations of sexual harassment will prompt an immediate investigation. If the investigation substantiates the claims, this individual will face immediate termination. False reports. Any false reports or unfounded accusations against an individual will be met with a thorough investigation. If the claims are proven to be untrue, a public announcement will be made to denounce any rumors or judgments made about the accused, thereby clearing their name and restoring their reputation within the community.
Social responsibility. Members are to contribute positively to society. Members should avoid activities that could harm the reputation of the association or conflict with its mission. Members are expected to act respectfully in all interactions within the association. This includes maintaining a positive and respectful tone, and refrain from personal attacks or offensive language. Failure to do so will result in a warning. After 3 warnings, the association membership will be terminated. Members with children are responsible for the children at the events. If the child or children are interrupting the event or activity, the individual will be asked to caution the children. After 3 warnings, the member will be asked to leave. Compliance with the law. All members are required to be law-abiding citizens in St. Lucia or country of citizenship and in Taiwan. They should also comply with the environmental and safety laws of the aforementioned countries. Failure to do so will result in a warning being sent. After 3 warnings, their membership will be terminated. Property of association. If an individual borrows any item, they will sign for it and would have to return it by an agreed upon date. Damage to the item will result in the individual paying to cover the cost of repair, depending on the severity of the damage. Damage beyond repair will result in the full cost of the item to be paid. Loss of the item will result in the full cost of the item to be paid. Terminated member. Any terminated member can be allowed back into membership after 1 year, depending on the code broken. They will also be allowed to join events or activities during that year if they are able to cooperate and work in peace with everyone. A formal written or verbal apology should be made to the community before being accepted back. Reporting violations. If a member witnesses or experiences a violation of this code of conduct, they are encouraged to report it to the appropriate executive member. Reports will be treated confidentially and investigated as necessary.
All in favor of the amended constitution, say aye.
Aye.
And I guess someone to second the motion.
I also second it.
Thank you. I present you our amended constitution for the Association of St. Lucians in Taiwan. Thank you.
We will now invite the executive to sign on the constitution and also invite the ambassador to be our witness.
I thought we had it. I thought he had it. There was no printing.
Okay, so yes, so we thank everyone on the executive for completing the signing of the amended constitution. Okay, so now we're going to play a little game to lift up the spirits since we just had to endure this very long process. So Tyrese will now explain our rules and we will start our game.
Okay, so our second bonding activity will be the number game. And this game requires teamwork and communication. We will be forming groups of 10 to 12. Each player in each group will get one digit of a comma. A random number will be called out, and you must then arrange yourselves in the correct order in order to form that number. The team to arrange the digits the quickest will win this round, and there will be 5 rounds. Okay, so you are invited to start form groups of between 10 to 12. There will also be referees, Ms. Sanford, Ms. Lewis, Ms. Charles, who will be monitoring to see the team who forms the number quickest.
Let's join that too.
So yeah, so just form your groups, and once you form your group, please find a separate corner. And the selected executive members, please align yourself to a group. Guys, form your groups and please stand to separate sections of the room. Thank you. 10 to 12. If they have a group with 13, that's okay. That's not nothing. Is this a group right here? Okay, can you step out of the chairs? Maybe come to like the back of the room. Executive members, join beside a group, please. Join a group, play. The representatives for each group know what they need to do. You join in your group. Join this one. Auntie Brenda, you play. Okay, once you're in a group, everyone hold a number or a comma, please. Okay, everyone's ready. Everyone has a number or a comma. The executive members representing each group, can you please raise your hand? Okay, so once the number is complete, only the executive member raises their hand, and that's how we know which group finished first. Okay, is everyone ready? Guys, now you have to work fast. Listen to the number, make sure you hear what is said. When Tyrese is saying the number, we need complete silence. Thank you.
Everyone is ready? Okay. Round one. The first number. 847,530,216. 847,530,216.
After you say you are ready, you cannot be moving around.
$847,530,216.
Daniel's group is ready. Guys, we need silence when the number is being repeated. Tyrese, please repeat the number one more time.
847,530,216.
So Daniel's group has gotten the first point. A round of applause. Okay, guys, just a reminder, complete silence. The only person who is supposed to raise their hand is the executive member. And after the executive member raises their hand, you cannot shift. If your number wrong, too bad. So make sure you're ready before the executive member raises their hand. Yes, Stefan, let's chorus. No, if the person did raise their hand, then you're supposed to if you raise their hand and it's wrong, okay, are you ready for the next number? Complete silence. I got you. Ready? 430,925,807. Complete silence. I'm going to say it again. 430,925,807. Okay, we have Joy's group. This is Joy here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Joy's group has gotten the point. Round of applause. Round of applause, please. So guys, just a reminder to move quickly and quietly with focus. Tyrese will now state the next number. Complete silence now, please. Daniel's group, complete silence.
Round number 3. 693,782,401. Again, 693,782,401.
Daniel's hand was up first. Yes, it was. 693. 72. Why not two upside down? No.
Guys, please quiet down.
Silence. Sorry. Okay, silence. It doesn't matter what nobody say. The person in charge of the game say it can go. So Daniel's team gets the point. Thank you. Now, going forward, no upside down numbers. Going forward, no upside down numbers. Okay, next round. Silence, please. Silence. Number 4. Are you all ready? Auntie Brenda, what you writing there? Sorry. Okay. 251,847,096. Lucian's team, please wait as I approach. Malcolm, I'll fight you. 251, 847, 96. Lucian's team gets the points. Okay, guys, last round. Will Daniel's team get the last point and win? Will somebody else's team get the next point and tie? What will happen? Daniel has 2 points, Joan has 1 point, Drusilla has 1 point. Mota and Brianna, what's going on? Senor Presidente. Okay, last round. Does Daniel take it? Or do we have a tiebreaker? Tyrese, last number. Silence.
Round number 5. 967,854,213. 967 million.
It was Drusilla. I'm sorry. It was Drusilla. It was 967, 854, 213. We're going to have a tiebreaker. Daniel's team, Drusilla's team, you ready? Go by okay, and the last 2 teams prepared. Can we have silence in the room? Silence in the room. Okay, last number is both teams prepared. Can we have silence in the room? No whispers. 123,789,564. So now you still have members who are moving. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 4. Daniel.
Congratulations, Team Daniel.
Can everyone please return to your seats, please? Please return to your seats. Thank you so much for Shania. Team photo, please. The winning team will like a photo.
Will the winning team please come to the front?
Go to the front, please. Everybody else, please find your seats. Thank you so much for engaging in the game. Everybody smile.
Everybody say winners.
Okay, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, and let's just have all the other teams to take little separate pictures. So the group that was here, Joy's group. Sorry, Drusilla's group, can you come to take a photo? Quickly, guys. Quickly. Let's just take a nice, cute photo. Stefan, they do not claim you as a team member. Yeah, let's close in a little. Yeah, Maria. Smile. Okay, let's have Joy's group. Joy's group. Everybody who was standing here. Quickly, guys. Quickly. Quicker in a hurry. Maybe. Everybody smile. Guys, quickly. Daniel. Run, last team member, run. Stay right in the middle, right there. Smile. Cuties, Brianna and Curtin and Muta's team. You all come and take the picture.
Good try, guys. Good try. It's the effort. Good effort.
Team members of Curtin and Brianna and Muta's team. Will you? It's okay, y'all. Take a nice picture. Smile. Thank you, guys. Okay, round of applause for everyone. Round of applause for everyone.
In life, winning and losing will both happen. What is never acceptable is quitting. That's what she had on her phone.
That's right.
Again, in line with Miss Alice's words, throughout our lifetime there will be multiple occasions where we are required to work in a team. Hence, it is essential to strengthen and improve not only our ability to work in a team, but also our communication skills in order to achieve the goals we have set for the future. As the old saying goes, teamwork makes the dream work. We now invite Madam Treasurer, Ms. Brianna Tillman, to address us with the financial statement.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I will be doing the financial standing of the association. Currently, we have $19,991 in our account. So that figure is comprised of membership fees that we collected last year, along with money we made from Christmas. That was a profit we made from Christmas. Okay, so the membership fees. Okay. So our membership fees is $500 per academic year. So you paid, so the collection period is between September 15th until October 15th. So what do you get from the membership fees? When we have activities, you get a lower entrance fee. So there's a percentage which is reduced from the entrance fee of an activity, along with the emergency fund. So $500, 25% of that goes into the emergency fund, which was spoken about earlier. So the benefits that you'll get from the membership fees will be, again, the reduced entry, reduced price for merch, which we'll talk about later, along with access to the emergency fund. So if you have an emergency, you can message or let the board know, and then we will do this accordingly. National Day raffle and birthday shout out. So when you pay your membership fee for accounting purposes, please add the receipt to the Google form so we can know who paid. Because when you transfer it, we just see the number, we don't see the person's name. Now, regarding the members, who can be members? Again, any individual in a legal marriage with St. Lucian, any individual who has shown great loyalty to the association, any individual who is committed to the association through donations or payment of membership fees, and the age requirement for members is 13. So everyone here is 13, so we have no problem. Okay, so our bank is Eastern, the bank number is 808, and then we have the bank information. If you need more information, you can always email the association or talk to one of us. Yes. Okay, so merch. This academic year, we're trying to put out some merch, and hopefully we can do bucket hats, baseball caps, sweaters, sports house merch for an event we have. So hopefully by then we can get the merch out for everybody. And we will be broadcasting that on our social medias, our WhatsApp group. Make sure you're in the WhatsApp group, and Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, so that's all for the financial aspect of it. Thank you.
now we will now have our PROs to speak about our social media and further our calendar of events for this year.
Okay, good afternoon everybody. So most of you would have already known or been introduced to any one of these platforms. So this is our Instagram account, so TaiLucian. Most of you have already accepted your follows. If you haven't, you can go ahead and quickly pull out your phone, scan the QR code, and just send me a quick little, hey, I would like to be your friend on Instagram. I'd appreciate that. Fortunately, I know all of you by face and name, so I'll be looking out for those little, follows, okay? I love you, thank you so much. So we have the same with our Facebook as well. So if you're not a fan of Instagram or you don't use Instagram and you prefer Facebook, you can go ahead and follow us on Facebook as well. Unfortunately, we do not have a TikTok or a Snapchat, but maybe in the future sometime you'll see somebody in a solution dress, a little a little something on TikTok. So go ahead and follow us. Yes, and of course most of you have already been to the Welcome to Taiwan, the new St. Lucians. You can go ahead and click on the communities and it will give you the other communities, St. Lucian communities on WhatsApp that we have. So you should definitely join these as well, the St. Lucians in Taiwan, the games night, or any other group chat that you might be interested in. You can go ahead and just join one of those communities on WhatsApp.
To appreciate and advertise our fellow St. Lucians who own a business, we have the initiative of Business of the Month. What do we need? We need a description of your product or service, your business location, a portrait picture of you, pictures of you at work or your business, and your contact information. How do you apply? 3 simple steps. You must be a member of TaiLucian. Complete the form which is available on our social media pages and contact us. Now we move on to our calendar of activities. Our first activity for the year is currently happening, the General Assembly, which is happening today, September 15th. Our next activity will be
our Journée Creole, which will be on October 27th, which is a Sunday. So now that you guys have your phone out and you scan the QR code and you sent me an Instagram request, which I'm gonna see in a while, you're going to also take that phone and open your calendar. And then you're gonna put a nice big star on the 27th of October for Journée Creole. That's a Sunday. We'll be hosting it in Chamois County, which is right in the central part. We're very grateful that the embassy has taken care of transportation and food, so you guys wouldn't have to pay anything. So you come, drink, celebrate with us. I expect to see every single one of you guys here.
Dress up.
And
Dress up.
yeah, make sure you dress in your madras and your Journée Creole outfit and you look really nice. So let's go ahead and save the 27th of October in our calendars right now. I don't want to hear, I'm busy, I have something else. I'll let you know first. 27th of October, Changwa is where it's at, guys. Okay? Alright.
Okay, and our next activity will be our first online games night, which is scheduled for November. We will give you more information on the exact dates, followed by
our paint and sip brunch, which will also be happening in November. It will be a good time to socialize, keep it very casual and friendly, but also informal as well. And we will go ahead and tell you the dates a little later.
Okay, our next online event will be our National Day event scheduled for December. We will keep you posted on the exact date.
And then we have our Christmas Secret Santa. So in December, we usually try to do something that reminds us a little of home. This year, we will be doing it in the form of a Secret Santa, where everybody would have own anonymous wish list. You sign up, you put in your information, and the person you get, you'll also get what they have. And you guys will go ahead and be Secret Santas to people you haven't met yet. But it will be a great opportunity to get to know your fellow St. Lucians and to make somebody feel nice and warm for the Christmas season. We'll also be telling you about the date a little later.
so come February, we'll be celebrating our, can anybody tell me?
46.
Our 46th Independence Anniversary. So we will be celebrating that here, and we'll keep you posted on the details of these activities, followed by our
Sports Day in March. Everybody loves a good little athletics. I don't know about you, I love a competition, as you can tell. Obviously, as a winner and stuff, you know. We love a good friendly competition. So in March, you guys can come and try to avenge yourselves after we just defeated you guys horrendously. Okay? Right? So in March, we'll have our sports day, and it's been in the works for quite a while. So I expect to see all of you guys, similar to how we do back home, whether it be cricket and football and lime, spoon and sack race. I expect to see everybody come out and participate for our sports day and join teams. I believe that our teams this year will be centered around our athletes. We already know gold Olympic medalist Julian Alfred is right there. I know I want to be in that team. I don't know about you all, but it will be centered around our athletes. So please don't forget to sign up for that activity.
So as
there's also another one, online games.
Next, we have in April, we'll be doing our breakfast brunch event. So I know everybody likes to go out and everybody enjoys the carnival season, but for the most part, we tend to have a lot of activities at night. We thought we would switch it up and decide to have something in the morning. So we're going to have a breakfast brunch fete where you come dressed in your florals and your pinks and your little heels and you have your little glass of mimosa with your bakes and sausage on a plate somewhere, you know, chilling and vibing. So, you know, yeah, guys, don't worry, you'll be the little eye candy, you know? But please come. Of course, we'll be relaying the details a little later.
Okay, and we continue with our second online games night, which will be scheduled for May. You'll be able to attend this from the comfort of your dorm or the comfort of your home. So stay tuned for the details on our second online games night.
And then unfortunately, it will be sad to see us go because we'll be the greatest of all time. But we will be accepting nominations for the new executive in June after our tenure is up, and we've done the best that we could for you guys. So you guys should definitely consider signing up. It's a great way to be a service to your community and your country, and to strengthen the bonds here in Taiwan, and to also just help your fellow men. So don't forget to sign up to be part of your executive and do something good for your community. And then, of course, elections will be held in July. The new executive will be welcomed, and we'll do this all over again next year. Thank you so much.
So on screen right now, we have the results for our annual Sports Day poll, number 2, for sports houses, and we see that athletes got the top votes, so we will be forming our teams based on the theme of athletes.
Yes, I wanted to be a patat or a dashing, but you know everybody voted for athletes, so athletes, no dashings around. Alright, so if, of course, like we said, annual sports day, if you have not updated your information, which is really important for the association as well as the embassy, to ensure that every St. Lucian is well taken care of in Taiwan, please go ahead and scan the QR code right now. It doesn't take really long and it will be very helpful to us. So you can go ahead, scan that QR code, fill it out real quickly again. I know you'll by name and by face. So if I do see you, update your information. Don't let me find your door. Okay. So please go ahead, scan that QR code, and please help us out by pulling in your information. Thank you so much. Please let's pay attention to the promotional video for Journée Creole 2024. Eyes to the street, guys.
meeting at we are back. It's that time of year. Join us for another Creole Festival on Sunday, October 27, 2024 at Avenue Cafe, Jump Park. Lots of games, music, dancing, culture, food, and so much more. Come get a taste of home away from home. You won't want to miss it.
Quickly, could you just go back to the QR code? Some of the students wanted to scan it. So if you haven't had a chance, quickly let's do that. Let's give you a good 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe the embassy sent it via email, so if you can't find it in your email or if you've already filled it out, that's fine. You don't have to do it again. But if you haven't, if you open the form and you realize you haven't filled out this form, could you please just go ahead and do it? Thank you so much.
Okay, so round of applause again for our PROs for introducing our calendar of events. And I hope everyone is excited to attend our events this year. Hopefully we get to see all of y'all at every single one. Yes. So now we open up the floor for any questions that you may have, and we are open as an executive to answer. So you can, if you want, you can ask in general or any questions to specific executive members is also okay. So now the floor is open. Yes, Stefan. And for new students, if you ask a question, when you stand, please introduce yourself so that we are all aware. Thank you. Well, anybody, because the new students don't know the other students. So thank you.
I have 3 questions.
Wow.
Oh. My name is Stefan Nesporis, and I have only 3 questions related to the Constitution.
Okay.
There's a part where you said about like if a member has some type of problem with, if you are caught in the act of like stealing money, and they say that it will be a foreign investigation with an outside team, is outside of the executive.
Mm-hmm.
We were wondering like is it the members of the outside team or somebody outside of TaiLucian?
So it's going to be a group of nationals, which is not going to be anyone on the executive. The executive cannot be a part of it. And then this group would be responsible for being in charge of that investigation.
So the next question would be, how do you go about selecting the national? Is it like a voluntary or you have a specific criteria?
Confidential.
Is it voluntary? How do we select
the members, national members for the investigation board?
Okay, it's going to be by a random selection because we don't want there to be any form of bias. So, and it could also be changed from time to time, put it into situations if we have more than one. But if a situation arises, then we do a random selection to create a board for that situation.
And the second question of the first one was encompassed with the second question has to do with the emergency fund, like the percentage. It is a good initiative, but I think depending on the amount of money you have, the percentage is like redundant in a sense. like if I have $1,000 left, 80% will be 820. And you say like the remaining 20% will be for the needs of the members, right?
Oh, no, that's not the emergency fund. That's in the case that, God forbid, that St. Lucia decides to change sides. Oh. So if the association has to literally dissolve, then any remainder of money, 80% goes to charity, a charity in St. Lucia, pertaining to education, and then 20% if nationals need assistance for things to go home, travel, needs to ship stuff, then that money could be allocated accordingly.
Okay. And the last question. There is a part where it said like if you, it's in the appendix theory or something there where it said that if you resign as an executive member, you have to pay $1,000, right?
Yes.
So what happens if I don't pay the $1,000?
Oh no, we're taking it up front.
We're taking the money in advance.
Yeah.
So so the executive members are paying that $1,000 when they as we're entering, and if somebody is to resign, then they don't get it back. And at the end of the term, anyone who did last the entire time will receive the $1,000 back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good question.
Any other questions? I saw you had a question? Yes. You go to the center. Thank you.
Wow.
And you just start with your name. You can also tell us what school you're at as well.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
I am Brennan Donovan Matherin. I am currently at Fuden Catholic University, Center for Language and Culture. Or Culture and Language, whatever. I came here to study, to do a master's in telecommunications, just a little background. My question is regarding the repayment of requested funds from any member. What's that about?
Okay, so in the case that you do choose, well, if you need access to the emergency fund, the executive will have a contract written up with you, and then depending on, let's say you have a job or you just have your stipend, then a repayment plan is set, and then you follow the plan to repay for whatever amount of money you were gifted. Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted clarification.
Thank you. Anyone else? Please raise your hand. And guys, it could be questions about life in Taiwan, or if you want to know anything. It doesn't have to be pertaining to only today.
I am Cinderella Clark. I would like to know how do you sign up to be on the executive?
Okay, so love that. So as of right now, our executive is thankfully filled, but we do have, for events, we have open spaces for volunteers or people who want to assist with setup or cooking for Juniquel or planning for certain events, stuff like that. But pertaining to the executive for next year, we will put out a form in the group on social media, and then you can nominate yourself, nominate your friends can nominate you, and then once we have everything, then we put out a form for people to vote. Yes. Any other questions?
Okay.
Good afternoon, I am TaiLucian. My question is, how do I sign up for the internship and how does that?
Which school are you at?
Okay, so depends on the school and depends on what program you do. Certain schools have internships, some schools do not. Yeah, so it really depends on the program. We don't have any like internships coming from the embassy, but it's like your school, your program, they might have internships to maybe Taiwan. Larissa could maybe speak a bit about that. And yeah, Larissa, you want to speak about your recent internship?
Larissa, before you speak of your recent internship, let me just add Your school most times partners with different companies depending on what they specialize in. So I know some engineering schools who most of the department, or the biggest department is the engineering department. They will be connected with engineering firms here in Taiwan, and they will provide scholarship or internship opportunities for you to apply for in the future. So you definitely need to ask your school what businesses they're partnered with, and you could get partnered with those businesses as a form of internship as well.
Okay, and my treasurer also stated that on the website 104, they post about jobs, but they also post about internships. So if you are ever interested, you could also look there as well. So yes.
Hold on, Miss Adriana Shu, our executive assistant, would like to ask.
Okay, so I was going to share a little bit later, but a reminder to all of you, be very good friend with your international office at each school. Okay, so be acquainted with them, and the other opportunity may come from the departments or the professors. But then be vigilant all time to the kind of jobs you're going and then applying. And do a background check with your peers, with the school, where that place is from. There's a lot of scams, and be aware of that. Some of the places where you go, you don't get paid, or they treat you badly, and that's just a better scenario. Worst scenario will be you're just vanished from where you are. So don't be curious, it may happen here. Yeah, be very vigilant. But I would like to say anything that is within the school is legit. Check with your school, check with your department, and a lot of times those are the sources that is related to your field. You don't want to do anything else unless, so be vigilant.
Thank you, Ms. Adriana.
Lucia, you can now give a little short insight to your recent trip.
Okay, well, currently I'm a second-year student at the National Pinton University of Science and Technology, and I'm completing my bachelor's in tropical agriculture. So for me, my university, while they do partner with different organizations, so one organization they partner with is the Taiwan Banana Research Institute in Pinton. They also partner with different universities outside of Taiwan. So they partner with major university in Thailand and University of Brawijaya in Indonesia. So in my first semester, I did a course which was in partnership with those two different universities. And after the course, some students, based on your grades, were awarded the opportunity to do an internship. So my internship was secured basically after my first semester here in Taiwan. And during summer, I went to Thailand to complete my internship. It was for 6 weeks. Accommodation was taken care of by the university because we were at the campus. And our flights, basically, we paid our flights and then we had to apply for the subsidy after. So, but the internship experience overall, it was a really nice experience, I must say. I would say, well, if you all do get the opportunity, take it, because Taiwan is very beautiful, but then when you get to see outside Taiwan and the other Asian countries, you really realize how beautiful it is. The people were amazing. The experience was also great. It was really nice to get the practical experience, because during my time here, I haven't really done any practical experience. It's more theory. And in Thailand, we really got the opportunity to do the practical. Now, I knew you to agree, so I will tell you what we did. So, like, we were doing, like, dairy cattle, we were milking cattle. So, like, one example of something we did was, for anatomy, we were testing the blood. So, we'd go to the farm, get the chickens, and then go back to the lab, and then test the blood. We were making silage for the cows to eat. So, like, it was very, I wouldn't say it was intensive, but like we learned a lot in such a short span of time. Like for sperm, we were testing sperm quality of the cattle, so you could literally see like the shape of the sperm, if it's bent, you could see if the tails are coiled, you could see if it's abnormal or anything. So it was a really nice experience.
Thank you, Ms. Lucia.
One of our members would like to add quickly, if that's okay.
Yes, that would be great.
Yeah, my name is Marcus Incorporated. I'm in my final year at the Department of Life Sciences what I would like to suggest is that for internships, don't limit yourself only to your school. For example, I've done internships that have no relation to my school. I just looked at a website, applied for the internship, and they accepted me, funded me, and I did research at labs and stuff like that. So I advise that you look for your stuff by yourself, because at the end of the day, you're an international student, and there are 50 to 60 Taiwan students in your school. Why would they pick you over the Taiwanese? Ideally. So I would advise you to really push and actually search on websites and you can just for your own opportunities. Yeah, out of Taiwan. So I did stuff in the US before, and it's really helpful to just search on your own, do your Google searches, and just apply. It doesn't hurt to apply. You never know who will, want you there.
Still be
and one thing I realized from my own opportunities is that when you tell your story that you're from St. Lucia, you stay in Taiwan, you're like, they kiss your yeah. So like they really like that. They really like to hear those things. So yeah, the sky's the limit.
On the very topic, I have to be speaking about internship hours as well, because I did internship also in Taiwan, especially for those that study in my field, architecture. My school was a bit different. Like we had to search for the company by ourselves, and then afterwards they probably have an interview with you and this type of stuff. But normally internships you have to apply early in the month, probably in the month of May. You have to start applying, or maybe earlier than May, because the vast amount of students, so they need to set these things straight. And also, in order for internship, there's always expos in Taiwan for different businesses and different venues. So you can, at least if you see the advertisement, try to attend, and from there on you can create a connection with the members of the different businesses. And probably it's a better way. But also, one of the things you have to realize, if you have to try to work in any institution in Taiwan, you have to, the Chinese, even though you say how or ni hao, you have to learn a little Chinese, because some of the problems with our professor was telling us is that they are willing to accept foreigners, but the Chinese, you need to learn a little Chinese. So also that is a factor working in Taiwan.
They tell me a lot in Thailand.
Yes, just when you're interacting with your foreigner, with your co-workers who are Taiwanese, you will need to be able to communicate. So at least some level of Mandarin is necessary. So I would advise you guys to not only take it seriously, but continue even after language center. You can go ahead, still continue to take the exams, make friends with Taiwanese. I promise you, your Mandarin is going to become so much better with a Taiwanese friend. So don't leave that behind. Okay.
So my follow-up question would be, if the internship is paid, will that be a problem?
Who said no to money?
Work permits, okay.
Okay, Madam Treasurer stated that all you need is a work permit.
Yes. If you have a paid internship, all you need is a work permit. But as per the contract of MOFA, after you cannot work within your first year. So it's a good time to for 6 months. Awesome. So for me it was a year, for you guys 6 months. You're getting better than me. So it's a good time to just focus up on learning the language, getting it down, becoming a lot more serious and applying. And then afterwards, you can go ahead and look into internship opportunities. Just make sure you have your proper documentation so that Your Honorable Excellency Robert Louis doesn't get any calls about a solution working illegally in Taiwan.
Yes.
Thank you.
And guys, please ensure if you do get a job, follow the laws of the country. You cannot work more than 20 hours a week.
During the semester.
Once school is closed, if you want to work midnight to midnight, do what you need to do. But once school is open, follow the laws. If your employer is trying to give you more than 20 hours, tell them no thank you and find something else. Do not break the laws, they will kick you out.
And do not allow them to keep you on without documentation, because if the police does come to the establishments, which they do, they frequent some establishments because they know sometimes that the policy isn't followed. You will go down and they will put their hands up and say, me? I have nothing to do with PNG. So please cover yourself so that you're not taken advantage of. And if you want to find out if you are being taken advantage of, there are people who have been here, who have done it, who have worked here. So you ask them, hey, is this normal that my job is telling me this? Is this normal that they're doing this? Is this okay? And most times it's not, and they prey on your innocence that you don't know what the rules and the laws are. But the moment you tell them, I know you should not be doing this, they will quickly back off. All right.
That is done through your school, your international department, or whichever department for your degree. Most times they post out a link that you just apply through there, and it's very cheap, 100 NTD, and it's for 6 months, and then you just keep on renewing it as you work.
There's actually an extension for 1 year, so if you have from this year they started, you can apply for a 1 year work permit as well. And of course, if your school is taking a while, you can just always go online and put Taiwan work permit. It's going to direct you to the page. Instantly, you click on the links, you follow the directions. It's all in English. You sign up, and it is very clear and precise. You can sign up for your work permit right there.
But yes, and with your work permit, it will ask you for different documents, so like your enrollment letter, your school ID with a stamp. So pay attention to those, and if you ever need clarification on where to get those, go to your international office, the office for your department, etc.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Okay, so my question was not particularly about work, but I'm wondering whether or not it's allowed. So say I want to learn under someone who speaks either Chinese themselves or Taiwanese themselves, but I'm not going to be getting paid for it. And I will not exceed the 20 hours, but for me to learn Chinese faster and for me to learn something from the person's business, is that allowed, or is there some kind of hurdle? That's why money is not involved.
Like language exchange?
That's voluntary.
It's like voluntary. Yeah. Guys, pay attention that the first 6 months, just go to school. Do not try to do anything that you're not supposed to do. Focus on learning the Chinese and writing your characters properly for the first 6 months to a year. Just go and learn the language. When you reach the university, that's when you can say, okay, the stipend not stipending, I need a little bit more money, let me go get a job. Your Yard Language Center, enjoy it. When you reach university, you don't have no time to breathe. If you want to go out every weekend now, go. You want to go Kaohsiung, go. You want to go Hualien to your friend, go. Just make sure, guys, the grades there, don't let it drop below the 80 because they will hold your money. Don't think they lying, they will hold your money and you'll be broke. So apparently guys, they're holding tuition. So, yes, do not play around with the people and their grades. You in the country, keep the grades up so you can keep your money and you can live a good life.
Just to summarize, within the 6 month period, nothing should be doing. I go in an MRT to go to school, I learn my educational things, and I'm going back home to eat and try the Taiwanese food. That's all that should be on your mind right now. Work and job, not it. School and school and school.
And then maybe go out on a little weekend.
Yeah.
Little things like that.
Okay? Yeah. Nobody wants to hear a TaiLucian student was put back on a plane to go back to TaiLucian because they're going to work at a bushy band. Please. Okay? Yes. A bushy band is a camp school, by the way, guys. Yes. Which is where most of you might live. A cram school is
like
an after-school program where our little Taiwanese Xiaopanyo, our little friends, come to learn and study English. So a lot of you might end up being the teachers, and that's where a lot of foreigners work part-time because it's in the afternoon, after your classes, and the money, the money is money.
The money is money.
The money is money. But yes, but right now, don't worry about that. Don't worry about all of that. Right now, there, your focus is language sense, okay?
Guys, okay, just a side note from Madam Designer. So, one thing that we all see all over Taiwan is everybody is riding scooters. Guys, if you make a friend and they have girl on their scooter, don't make nobody make you ride without helmet. You will be fined. No drinking and driving.
Also for
even if you're the passenger, no drinking.
Also for bicycles, don't think because you're on a bicycle that you can drink and drive. They'll also fine you for that if they catch you.
They have cameras everywhere. Your ARC has your face, they will find you.
Your ARC is also
the ambassador is saying that he gets the information.
Your ARC is also connected to every single thing that you have probably ever signed here in Taiwan. So most of you have already applied for your ARC and your numbers. The moment you get it, I'm not gonna lie to tell you, you're on the grade. Everybody's gonna find you very easily. Like, you cannot get away with it. You do something at 12 o'clock, 12:02, the police are already holding you in handcuffs, walking you down the aisle. They catch you very fast. They know where you live, they know what you look like, and they have no problem finding you. So please, if you want to ride for license. If you have a license already, and just remember, you cannot drive with a St. Lucian license here. So I think there is a procedure where you go to turn it into an international license or a Taiwanese license. Make sure you follow those procedures. Driving with your St. Lucian license will not cut it here. They will still fine you. Please ensure that you are safe and you are always in safe positions. So if you are riding with somebody and you see they're doing something wrong, you tell them, because you will get in trouble too. If they're drinking, you're driving, why are you drinking? If they don't have a helmet, I'm not getting on that, I have a helmet. Because you will go down, my brother. They don't want to hear that, you going down too. Guys?
Just one thing in terms of the license part. Even if you have a motorcycle license, you won't be able to drive it. You would have to go through the procedures of the testing. There are visual, hearing, all of those stuff that they'll have you to go through before. In terms of the vehicle license, there was one experience that I had in terms of, because of the way our system, they wrote on the card, you will not be able to get a manual vehicle here. So they'll automatically put you into the auto part of it. Yeah.
Just now, one thing I know a lot of you, especially the guys, as soon as you reach assessment with scooters and motorcycles, I advise you, even if you know how to ride one from St. Lucia, to not ride one without a license. It's very important. If you get into an accident and you don't have a license, you don't want to be in that situation, okay? So even if you know how to ride, you cannot tell the police, I know how to ride, I have a license from St. Lucia. No, you need to do the Taiwanese driving test before you can ride on the scooter or motorcycles, okay? And also there's different types of motorbikes or scooters. You have the white plates, you have the yellow plates, you have the red plates. All these have different types of license, so you need to get that first before you can ride it, okay?
Yes,
take your time, first year, focus on your school, okay? Like
just for all those who want to ride or not want to ride, one thing we have to remember, and I don't think we have not touched on it, is that your first 6 months in Taiwan do not have insurance. So it is advised that you don't try to go and ride and do anything that will put you in any medical cost. Okay? And the final thing is another question, but it's a suggestion. Like some of my colleagues who were speaking, and I know it's for the executive group, we find that if it is possible that you guys, I don't know, Manuel self, can discuss, especially the new students who apply for school, if you can create like a list of the schools with the different programs, especially English and Chinese, you can at least publish it so that they can have a head start, better understand what school they can apply for and what school they don't. Okay?
Thank you, Stefan. And to add with the writing, guys, just be careful. There are a lot more people in Taiwan than there are in St. Lucia. You'll be very accustomed to driving in St. Lucia. However, the roads are not the same. Also, the people driving are not the same. Taiwanese people drive for themselves. The light is green, I go. I don't want to see who left or right of me, I go. You have to pay attention, not only drive for yourself, drive for everybody else around you to ensure that you can see.
Even if you see the light is green, that doesn't mean you have the right to go. Because sometimes the Taiwanese will not be looking at the lights and they will still knock you down. It's happened a lot in my city, in Tainan, where even if the light is green for the pedestrian, if you don't look left and right, it's you against the vehicle, and you don't want to be the one against the vehicle, okay? So please be mindful of your own safety, even if the light is green.
Also, for those of you purchasing vehicles or wanting to get scooters, my advice would definitely be to find somebody who's been here for a while to help you. My person, and a lot of other people I know's person, is Jen. Jen knows all the mechanics and everybody that have a scooter for sale. And they're pretty much reliable, so you should definitely find whether it is a Taiwanese friend or a friend in St. Lucia, from St. Lucia who's been here for a while, and definitely ask them to help you find a vehicle, because most times we do buy vehicles secondhand. They're in very good conditions and a lot cheaper than a $72,000 bike minimum. So it's always really good to get a nice second-hand bike, but you definitely need to make sure that you go to see the bike yourself, you look at it, you go with somebody that's in the know, you guys go to a mechanic together, and that all the documents are transferred to your name. Also ensure that whoever is the owner of the bike, all the documentation is in their name and not in a deceased family member's name. Because if it is in a deceased family member's name, there is no way for that to be transferred over to you. So you would have bought a bike or a scooter that cannot be officially yours. So if anything had to happen, die your bike. So ensure that anybody who's selling to you, everything is in their name. Thank you. I know some people who've fallen for that and lost a lot of money.
Okay, I love this. Just don't write. I know I'm for the first year. Okay. It's a totally different framework, a totally different system. Just enjoy your student life here. It's very, very convenient to get around, even the whole island. If it's not to the East Coast, it's very convenient. You have trains, metros, buses. If you want to call Uber, it can be very easy. So try not to really ride or drive. And just few reminders, just over the years we have encountered students, and please listen. Yes, thank you very much, over there. Thank you. Especially the new students, and also happen to a lot of old students. Be very careful, the expiration date on your ARC, that will be your only and solely official document while you're here. And the other piece of document will be your passport. So your passport renewal will be through the embassy, through our consular officer, Mrs. Fabier. And when you email her and with your bio of the page of your passport, and she will let you know the procedure and how to proceed. But now, your ARC expiration date is tied to your passport. So if your passport is expired and your ARC is expired, you cannot really renew your ARC until your passport is renewed. Okay, so be very, very, very vigilant with the dates, because a lot of you, not you, but a lot of the students have their ARC expired 6 months after. So we just learned from MOFA, the scholarship, a representative from the MOFA scholarship, that the fine nowadays is 1,000 NT, that's close to $320 US a day for an expired ARC. So if you do expire for 10 days, you're gonna pay a ton of money. And don't think that it's nothing, because they will ask you to pay, and you will have to pay. And you have to leave the country because your ARC expired, and that means your passport, your student visa, better say, is also expired because of that linkage. So be very, very, and I don't understand why you don't pay attention to, but people don't pay attention to the piece of document and the dates on it. Okay, so and now for you, all of you who goes to Mandarin school for your first year, so you will have also watch for the date and the time when you have to switch school. So your residency will be now under whatever language school you are registered in now, the first year. And once you apply the school, you will have to switch ARC, and your international office will help you to do that transition. That's why I say be very good friend with your international office, advisor, or anybody that is an officer from the international office, because they're going to help you to do that transition. And also before, when you want to apply for school, ask for the advice which programs, where you can apply, and which school, which city. Okay? Do that research close to the end of the year, so then you will start the process. Now be very careful for the time, and now also with your passport. It does not take a week to another to have your passports back. So also be very careful with the expiration date on your passports. Okay? And now with the addresses in Mandarin, I do understand all of you that we come from a different system where you put your mailing address. Now here in Taiwan, you do need the number of the street. Some of them, a lot of them have lanes, sections. A lot of them have different alleys. So those of them, all of them, are important information for you to be able to get your piece of the piece of mail. And then for some of you who stays in dorms or apartments that has room numbers, also those are very important. And don't send back to us the address of the whole school. The whole school is really big. And your name and the school's address. Nobody's going to look for you in a school of 40,000 students. Okay? So you do have that piece of information for sure. So once you arrive in your dorms, ask somebody to write that Mandarin address for you if you don't know the English address well. And just in case, so any information can reach to you. And do please, and I believe that Mrs. Figueroa sent a link for you to RSVP to register your email addresses and your phone numbers information, and TaiLucian is also doing that. Make sure that all your information are updated. Okay, so we can get to you. Now, so for transit, some of you might have applied for a school and want to transit to another university. We have had students who want to move from one, say grade, and then not grade, year, and then move to another school. Ask for the information before you actually think that you can transfer from a school to another. Meaning that that's not this year, it's in the past, where this person is in their third year and thinking that the person can move to another school just as a direct transfer, but they don't work that way. So don't try to assume that since you're a student, you're already in that school, and you can for sure be able to transfer to another school because you're under the scholarship program. So that again is linked to how they also work with MOFA on your scholarship. Okay, so do lots of research, ask questions before you think that you can move, because we came to a point where this person thinking that they can move to another school, but it was not that easy just to move to another school. Again, that is ask questions and do research before you actually make any move. And the other thing is, because the embassy, we're a small embassy with not many staff, And then we're quite few away from the city where you are. Whenever you want to drop by, send an email or call the embassy and make sure that we are in the office and we're able to meet you that time. Ambassador is able to be there. So, or any of us is going to be there. So email and do wait until we reply to you, yes. Don't just drop a question and thinking, okay, I already sent you, and then I'm here. Because the guard downstairs is going to stop you. You won't be go up, and then we may or may not be in the office. And so I don't want you to make that trip in vain. Okay? And I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys, just a slight reminder before we continue the questions. Be very vigilant that you are no longer in St. Lucia, and Taiwan has many rules, especially pertaining to the roads. Even if the road is empty, if the light says you cannot cross, do not cross. Because you will get rid of the road or somebody will stop you. And the Taiwanese are very vocal on ensuring that the foreigners are aware of laws that they should be following. Do not eat on the train, on the bus. Do not drink water. Drink your water, your juice, chew your gum, all of that before you get on transport. Do not do any of that on the transportation. Pay attention to all the road laws. Lucians tend to be very loud. Guys, do not be loud on the transportation. The Taiwanese will shout you. And they will look at you very creepy.
Unfortunately, even though they're loud, they don't want you to be loud because you're louder than they are, and that is just unacceptable. So I would advise you to do follow social etiquette. Even if they are being loud, it's just social etiquette to not be too loud in a public space you're sharing with other people. So whether or not you feel like they're being loud, so you are justified to be loud, socially, let's be nice. Social etiquette determines that you're in a public space, sharing that space, you keep your volume down anyways. Kiana, to just add, on some public transportation you can eat, so the local trains, because they travel slower and further distances than the MRT, you can't eat in those trains and drink in those trains. I've had full meals in those trains when I'm late. But do not try it at the MRT, because this station you'll be eating, the next station you'll see an officer walking on the train, walking towards you to escort you off the train for eating, drinking, chewing gum, talking too loud, being on the phone with our headphones. They will come and tell you, stop it.
And just one more note. Do not be afraid to tell them you're going to call 911 if you're feeling harassed. Okay? They run away from these things and they know when they're wrong. So don't be afraid to contact the authorities because you might be harassed.
Yeah, but also with that being said, that they know when they're wrong, they also document everything. So like Kiana said, if it's a red light and you're crossing the street and somebody hits you, they know they're not in the wrong because 95% of them carry cameras when they drive. Cameras on their helmets, cameras on their bike, and they will have no problem playing it to the police to ensure that they are not fined because they themselves don't like to get in trouble. So they will go down with a fight. If you know you're wrong, after they hit you, just limp away and move because you're wrong, my dear. Okay, don't try and argue, but you hit me, you will in the wrong.
Just to add to what Daniel said, there's also a law in Taiwan that gives both parties the wrong. So even if you think you have 0 wrong, there's never 0 wrong. They might give you 30% wrong and give someone else 70% wrong. So you need to be very, very careful.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, my name is Jem. Just to add about that, as far as I know the law in Taiwan, as long as you're a pedestrian, even if you're wrong, you're still right. Even if they could hit you when you're crossing the road, you're still right. The pedestrian always have rights of way. So no matter what happened, you might still be fine, you might be wrong, but no matter what, you will still have the most rights. Okay, the pedestrians always have the right of way. Okay, so if someone hits you, do not think that you are wrong and you run away and call the police. Call the police. Okay? So yeah, no matter what you might be, even the light is red, you're walking across the road, someone hits you, you are still right. Okay? The person might get a lower fine, because what happened to my friend recently is that he's driving in the night, late at night, and someone crossed this barrier, and he ended up hitting someone and killing the person. He's not in the wrong. But, well, since he's a pedestrian, he still would fine like $2 million. Actually, he's insured $4 million or whatever. So, even if you're a pedestrian, even if you're in the wrong, still call the police, you're still in the right, okay? No matter what, pedestrians have right of way, okay? And then, another thing to do, no matter what you do, whether you're working or driving, please read the law of Taiwan. That way you don't get bullied, okay? So, there are lots of, what do you call this crack in the law or whatever, so you can escape. Yeah, loopholes. So please, if you're working, read the law of Taiwan. If you, for example, if you are driving, read the laws of Taiwan based on the rules. Yeah, and then, because I've been in a few accidents where many people said that I'm wrong, and then I could prove that I am right based on loopholes and stuff like that. And the same for working as well. Read the laws. Also, even buying products, okay? Many times when you buy products in Taiwan, they'll tell you that if your product is faulty, they'll say that it's your fault. Don't be scared to contact the consumer first immediately, okay? As long as the companies get a call from the consumer first, they will return your money. I've had many experiences where I bought like new cell phone, and then within like or computer, and within a few weeks, it stops working. And you take it back, they said they're gonna try to fix it. They never fix it, or they do this quick fix when after a few days it's broken. And then they said, okay, after some time they said there's nothing they can do to help you, and it's your loss. Don't be scared to call consumer first, okay? You contact the consumer first, they will take care of your problem, and most times you'll get everything, your entire money back right away. Okay, so don't be scared to do that. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, anyone has any questions not pertaining to anything we have discussed as yet?
That's okay, so I have a question for you, okay? She told me my accent went away. Okay, so I have one question. Okay, my question is, because I see on your activities you have many things based on just St. Lucia, but I don't see any activity where you learn about Taiwan's culture. What activity do you guys have planned for that?
Okay, as of right now, there is no activity with that sense of cultural exchange, I should say. But, well, for the Students at Language Center, you would be exposed to such activities or stuff like that. Especially, okay, I cannot speak for Fujian, I'm so sorry. But at Mingchuan, there's cultural classes. Now, this thing I cannot speak for. So there's cultural classes that you could do after your class time. You just sign up for those, and they teach you how to make dumplings, maybe learn how to dance, different things like that. So do not shy away from those activities. And then when you get to university and you meet Taiwanese friends, they can bring you out to try food, to go to different activities, camping, all of that. Don't be afraid to do all of these things, guys.
Also, of course, it's something that we can keep in mind for the future, to include some form of cultural exchange.
Also to add about the culture exchange, a lot of your schools will have activities and different events for that type of exchange. Just look out for your emails from your school. You can also ask your advisor and your international department as well about those things. They will let you know, your advisors will let you know about those things. Sometimes, I know for my school, we have a calendar of year put out. In that calendar of year, you can look for those events. Be aware of those events. Remember, emails your advisor or your department. Go to these people, they can help you. Or seniors that you know who have already been in the school can let you know about some of the cultural events. Example, in my school, we have something called the Culture Night, where a bunch of different countries come together, different nationalities and ethnicities. They come together and they share their culture from wherever they're from. And the Taiwanese do participate, so that's your chance to mingle with people from a lot of other countries.
Some schools like mine have cultural food festivals and everybody loves food, especially me. So every year we try to participate where you have different booths from different countries with different foods of their culture, and that's also a great form of culture exchange, as well as to be a good ambassador for St. Lucia. So you get to set up a booth, teach people about St. Lucia, the food, the culture, the music, the vibes.
If you ever have such an opportunity at your school and you want to set up a booth or anything, please do reach out to the executive and the embassy if you need any souvenirs, brochures. The embassy does do brochures in Chinese, so you can also get that. But you could also reach out to the executive if you ever need assistance at those booths. We can maybe reach out to the community for any assistance for you, volunteers for that day, etc., etc., etc.
I saw you guys have some Lucia. Did you guys happen to have Creole Lucia?
Oh, the Creole much difficult, you know. It's
okay. We are not.
The Creole much, it's a little difficult to do that because that means we need to source the madras, and madras is not sold in Taiwan. So it will be difficult for us to do Creole much. We can do things that have like small designs, you know, a plain thing with like a small design or a small print, but an entire madras, but now we cannot do it.
Okay, so firstly, they always have somebody leaving St. Lucia and coming to Taiwan. So you can always reach out to the embassy, or maybe if your parents know someone who is coming. No, I mean if you have someone that you are aware is coming up, you reach out to the embassy to let them know that the person might be dropping the package there for you or stuff like that, and then you can come to the embassy to get it. The embassy will not tell you who that's coming up. That's not your business. But your parents can also send through FedEx. The fee might be a little on the high side. That would just be something that they would have to face. Also going to take long. There's also through the post office, but it will take a very long time.
Somebody suggested that you just go back to St. Lucia and take it. Obviously, that's not plausible. So my best advice would be definitely, if it's something that is not too local and it's like hair products or something that you can get online, I always advise your parents to just give you gift cards, and you can use those gift cards online instead of waiting for the or put the money on your account instead of waiting for the package to arrive to you, because it's going to be expensive and it is going to take a long time. So somebody said through the post office it's about 3 months. I might as well have gotten the package. Just as some gift card might be.
Okay, so Adriana, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yes. So Adriana just informed us that with packages, you have to pay commercial custom fee, the freight and everything by yourself. Unlike when you're ordering from a company, for the most part you end up with free shipping and handling and all of these things. With the package, you have to pay so much, and the time frame is a lot. So of course you can't go through FedEx, you can't go through DHL, you can't go through the post office. That's okay, but it's going to probably be a hammerling and a piece of a kidney on the side there. So if you can find a way around it, especially if it's not too local like a cocoa stick or something, if you can find a way around it, my advice would be find a way around it.
Okay, so guys, so this will be all for our Q&A. Thank you so much for engaging. But if you have any more questions, do not be afraid to ask anyone, the older students, the executive, the embassy, do not be afraid to ask. You got a little snack. They have more juice if you want juice. And okay, to the people who collected the numbers at the beginning, 1 to 10, your items are over here, and this is just a little gift of appreciation for being here, for being early. So if you have the number, you can to this table over here. Quickly. Guys, if you know you have the number, can you please just go up to the table? Thank you. As you get your item, can you please return to your seat quickly? Thank you. Okay, so as we prepare to close, we have one more little activity. Everyone, give a round of applause. Step, I'm sorry. You are not them from the open. Okay, so we're going to play this little game called Seat Lottery. Is everybody paying attention? Y'all get the item. Watch the items at home after we finish. So for seat lottery, if you could please just look under your seat and see if you have a little paper with the question. So, the rules for this game is that, is everyone paying attention? The rules for this game is that we have some questions under some seats. Silence. Silence. Can I have some quiet, please? Thank you. So if you can answer the question that is under your chair, you get a free entry into our Junior Quail raffle. So the people with the questions, can you please stand?
Right, 3 questions. So we have 1, Miss Aisha. 2, Mr. Stefan Esporis. I saw you with it in your hand, take it back from hand. Oh, Jen,
can you please take the question? Guys, we have 2 more questions.
And 1, Mr. Andre Jean with the 3rd question.
And the final one? No, it's 4. There's 1 more question. So Aisha, if you can answer your question, you get a free entry into the raffle.
Question. Ladies and gentlemen, the question reads, when was the first Creole Day celebrated? Aisha will get a chance to answer. If she doesn't know the answer, then somebody else will answer. When was the first Creole Day celebrated in St. Lucia? When was the first Creole Day was celebrated in St. Lucia? October 1981.
Tyrese.
That is correct.
Yeah, for a big ovation this year. Yeah. Congratulations, Aisha. You have now been entered into our Journée Creole Raffle 2024. Thank you so much.
Our next question.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Darlene, second question. So Darlene's question reads, how many letters and sounds are there in the Creole language?
You don't do that on purpose, eh? It's good you are. You don't do that on purpose. Letters 24 letters in the Creole language and sounds 31.
Is she correct?
So which two letters are
No, the other question.
Tyrese, is she correct?
One answer is correct.
Ooh.
One is incorrect.
Ooh. Okay, anybody on the floor know both answers?
That is incorrect. Incorrect.
So which one is wrong?
We cannot tell you which one is wrong when both make up the... No. The next person will have to try and get both right, okay? Alright, let's go. Next person, open to the floor.
Anybody knows the answer? Or want to guess? Tyrese, somebody said 22 letters and 51 sounds.
That is incorrect. Again, one is correct and one is...
Stefan, do you want to try?
21 for the sound. 20 for the
Steph, Tyrese is correct.
So close.
Well, guys, no one's gonna get the prize. Okay, I say, darling, you search. Darling is going to receive the prize. Tyrese, can you please tell everyone what the answer is?
The correct answer is 23 letters and 31 sounds.
So Darling is our second awardee. Round of applause.
Good job, Darling.
Does anyone have another question?
Third question.
Andrew. Andrew's question is?
Andrew's question is, which English letters do not appear in the Creole language?
Q.
X. Does anyone know? Which letters in the English? Which English letters are not in the Creole language? Do you want to try?
C, R, and R is not in Creole. R is not in Creole.
X.
What were the three letters?
He said C, X, and R.
That is incorrect.
Jovoy?
Back to the one.
Q, X, and C.
That is the girl.
Katie, Daniel.
That is the girl. It's 3 letters. 3. Q, U, and X. Incorrect.
Why is no one trusting him on the R? Ayani. Nope. Guys, we're going to have 2 more tries and then that's it. 2 more guesses, Stefan.
The first one is X for short.
Okay. Okay. What's the other 2?
H. It's not there. They don't have an H.
One more guess. One more guess. Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay, one more try.
Q, R.
One more.
X.
So that is the answer, guys. Who the heck are? Who the heck are?
Let me add something. R is only used in English words. We said the Creole alphabet. So words like fridge, where you will say fridge, you have the R. If you notice, like you were saying, Creole, Creole, we have W. We substitute the R for a W. It's not it's an English word, we borrow into Creole. We ask for a Creole alphabet. We said in the Creole alphabet.
Okay, guys, there's one more question that apparently no one has decided to unspeak from the chair. Or somebody maybe didn't sit on it for true. But Tyrese, can you ask the final question, please?
What if it's executive chair?
Final question. Please explain how saltfish is prepared in Creole. In Creole.
Guys, can we have some silence, please?
I will repeat. The 4th and final question is, please explain how saltfish is prepared in Creole.
The basic steps to creating saltfish. Vanille, you want to do it? Okay. Vanille wants to do it. You sure?
A premier pas, on est pour laver ça. Tirer toute zo ini alidain. Mettez bouillie de l'eau avec un petit vinaigre pour bien tirer celle-là en dedans. Les bien cuit ou tirer toutes ces calés et puis washer mi à timiette et puis c'est son gonflé et puis l'huile roussi et puis manger ça.
Merci. Ok, vous voulez dire qui saisonne ou pas mettre de ça ou? Vous voulez dire qui saisonne ou pas mettre de ça ou?
So pour tout le monde n'est pas ça qui saisonne, non moi ni les mouilles ouais. Zépinez, Tiloyan, l'ail, on chaille l'ail parce que l'ail ça c'est frites. Basilic. Tout bagaille, toutes les épineuses qui sont au carré dans la mouille.
Okay, guys.
Mr. Lescoris, you cannot tell me how I cook my saltfish. Please,
So guys, thank you so much for interacting in our little seat lottery game. A round of applause. Okay, and now we will have our closing remarks. Guys, silence, please.
As we conclude this annual General Assembly, we, the TaiLucian Executive, would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who attended today. A special thank you to the Embassy of St. Lucia for your continued support. We appreciate the dedication and willingness of all who attended and participated in our activities. Your presence and support are essential to our success, and we look forward to working together in ensuring a continued unity amongst the St. Lucian community in Taiwan. As you continue your journey here in Taiwan, I want to remind you that though challenges may arise, we are confident that you can overcome any obstacle and achieve your goals. Together, let us work towards a future where community thrives and serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for ourselves.
We leave you with these two quotes. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. Helen Keller. Also, the greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Coretta Scott King. Thank you again for attending. Safe travels, and may the Lord be with you on your journey back home.
Next one.
Guys, before we end, can we all come to the front so we can have one big group photo? Thank you. Guys, come quickly. Guys, behind the table. Executive members, please sit. And executive members who do not have a seat at the table, please stand directly behind. Daniel? Yeah. Guys, let's try to be in line with the table. So, 2 lines is not enough. We can make 3. Close it. Guys, we are community. Let's come together. Squeeze. Split.
Please follow instructions.
The people
end
this
of the table is the furthest you should be. If you after the end of the table, find yourself somewhere else. The edge of the table.
Everybody here, go this way. Or if you're on that end, come around. Daniel, you stand. Okay, everybody ready? Auntie Brenda, you not coming in the photo? Sorry, guys, can you just take a photo really quick, huh? Sorry. Guys, as you guys are returning to your seats, can I have some silence, please? Some silence, please, Madam Secretary.
Don't forget to get your Julian Alfred flyers. Don't forget to get your Julian Alfred Gold Olympic medalist, Gold Diamond League medalist, Alfred flyer. Okay, thank you. Also, don't forget to scan for the satisfaction survey. So before this door opens, I would like to see all cellular devices out. Let's go ahead and scan the satisfaction survey. Thank you. Let's go. Come on, Brennan. Let's go. Everybody else, take out that phone, scan that QR code. Judy, let's go scan the QR code. Could I please see Katie, Kimani, Antoinette, Lencha, Desni? Okay, yeah. Could you please come to the front? Thank you very much. Katie, St. Rose, Kimani Thomas, Antoinette, Anthony, Lencha Pindar, and Desni Gidhari. Please come to the front. Thank you. Is there a Gimri Lewis here?
Yes.
There is?
Yes, there is.
Mr. Lewis, could you please also come to the front to see our Vice President North? Everybody else should be pulling out that satisfaction survey, because I don't see a phone pull out and scan the QR code. Malcolm, I hope you scan the QR code and fill out the satisfaction survey. So please go ahead and do that. Stefan Nesforis, before you walk outside, take out your phone, scan the QR code, fill out the survey. Thank you very much. If your phone is dead, you can use somebody else's phone and just switch the emails. Don't worry about that. We take it all of it. Gimri? Mr. Gimri Lewis? Please, okay. Oh. Alright, after you scan the QR code, don't forget to network, make some friends, meet some new people, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, you are dismissed.
So guys, thanks again for coming. Don't forget to mingle as you leave. Get somebody's phone number. Plan to go out with somebody next week, you know?
Y'all can definitely plan to go out with me next week as long as you're paying. I'm up for it. Let's do it. As long as you're taking me for a treaty treat, I'm not gonna say no. Of course, when you're getting up, please fold your chairs and bring it to the back of the room. We do appreciate it. Lencha, could you please come to the front? Lencha, could you please come to the front? You're in trouble.
You're getting arrested.
Yeah.
Tell it.
Go back home.
On the plane.
You have to sign. Of course, I know some of you are free next week, so if you guys don't have plans, you should definitely go explore Taiwan. And if you have anywhere you want to go, you can always contact somebody from the association to give you some ideas of some activities you can do.
And if you all plan to go and fence, tell us, we can.
Yeah, we did, we now. Also guys, have a safe trip home. If you all plan on drinking and affecting, I said, no drinking.
And the brother said no drinking.
Yeah. Don't forget 27th of September is Juju. So my we don't even do it somewhere else. 27th of September. 27th of September is International Juju Day. No school. It's okay. I have authorized everybody to not go to school. Please go to school, but represent proudly your country. Wear your colors. Wear your track shoes to go to school.